Yo, 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 what's going on, everybody? It's the Joint Roll Ayatollah here. Late night roll up with the Ayatollah AEW roll up. Um, I I got to the show on time, uh, but I had missed the last hour. Um, being a dad, being a husband, you know what I'm saying, being around the way. So getting the kids together for nighttime, bathing them. I had to walk the dogs before it rained, take the trash out, do some dishes, feed the kids, all types of shit like that. You know what I mean? So we got that out the way. And then Team USA played an exhibition game against Canada. So I had to tap into that. Wow, I tapped into AEW. So a nigga was a little back and forth. Finally was able to kind of get settled in, finish watching AEW. Finished watching the USA beat Canada. I'm proud to be an American. Let's get right into the show of AEW, man. Um, I do reviews a little bit different than Cheaty. If y'all know my boy, he do the Raw takes, do the Smack Talk, right after Raw, right after SmackDown. That's my guy, it's my brother. I do Dynamite a little bit different. We're gonna talk about the things that I like, right? We ain't gonna do the whole rundown of the show. If you missed the show, do the same thing everybody else do. Watch that show on YouTube, right? But what I want to talk about is the things that I like from the show. So first and foremost, I would say the speed of the show was good. It didn't feel like it was dragging. It didn't feel like, but it was a lot of moving parts. Um, they planned out Wembley about what was it, about 7 weeks out, 7 weeks out from Wembley. So they're doing a really good job with telling their story and how they want to go with that, where they want to go, how they want fans to feel, where they want fans to kind of align themselves. Right, they're building legitimate stories that are palatable for me. I would say that. You know what I'm saying? I won't speak about nobody else, but I would say it's palatable for me. So with that being said, I am super intrigued with how they started off the show. I won't talk about the promo of Will Ospreay and MJF. What I will discuss and what I will talk about is the first match. The first match that was had was the finals of the Owen Hart Memorial Tournament, and it was between Adam Hangman Page and Bryan Danielson. Um, the match was good. They told a really good story about Hangman and Danielson having pretty much essentially 1-1-1, one win, one loss, one tie. Clearly, excuse me, it is 1 o'clock. All right, so this is essentially a rubber match between the two, with a shot at the AEW World Title at Wembley Stadium, which is their biggest show right now. It's their biggest show, All In, and the secondary stories to the match story is we have Swerve, who has history with both opponents. He has clearly a disdain and complicated history with Adam Hangman Page, which cannot be ignored, or like um, minimalized at all. And then we have the story with Bryan Danielson. Um, Essentially, he's everybody's GOAT. You know what I'm saying? But what he is also Swerve's Mount Everest, right? They both come from the state of Washington area. One's from Tacoma. One is from Aberdeen. You know what I'm saying? If I'm saying that correctly. So they come from the same situation around that way. Clearly, Danielson, an inspiration to a lot of this generation, and I mean, to a lot, he's the GOAT, right? He is the GOAT performer uh, of professional wrestling. So with that as a backdrop, the match was good. It's a good match. I won't say great. I won't say all of preserved. You know what I mean? Like it was a really good match. And with that being said, the good match, I don't know if they got to the right finish. Um, got to the right finish. The the reason why I'm saying that, man, is for the simple fact is that Hangman and Swerve have so much gravity to it. You know what I'm saying? Like it literally can tell itself as a story. It can carry you the 6 weeks. It can definitively turn Hangman into what needs to be in order for it to be maximized. Clear babyface, clear heel, clear animosity, championship on the line. It's basic to me. Wrestling One, they chose the other route. This is Danielson's last year of wrestling. If I'm not, you know, being taken for granted with this, and they're trying to give him as many. Okay, y'all watch baseball? I'm not sure if y'all watch baseball. Mariano Rivera. They sent that nigga around collecting rocking chairs and goddamn, you know, every like. This is a tour. This is your farewell tour of great matches, championship matches, matches with stakes, things that have consequential endings or consequential um, results at the end of the day with it. So Danielson this is his final love letter to professional wrestling, and if he's going to put over Swerve at Wembley, more power to him. I just think that if that is going to be the route, if that is going to be the story that they're trying to tell, I don't want to so telegraph that Swerve is going to win. That's another thing. Does Danielson go out on his sword as champion? Which I think I'll discuss a little bit more in the pod with CT. Um, as we get kind of in the gear of this show. All Out isn't until August 27th. So they have an enormous amount of time to kind of figure out what they're going to do with this story. Um, I think let me just breeze through some things real quick before I get to the Don't Care About Samoa Joe and Jericho. Even though Jericho beat Samoa Joe, of course it came with um, you know chicanery. You know what I mean? Um, Claudio, Kyle, Fletcher, Pot, Tamura Ishii. You know, what are we doing here with this international title? Anyway, Pac won that 4-way match. Um, All right, the main thing of the main thing. Willow Nightingale versus Mariah May. Um, I don't even want to talk about Mercedes and Britt Baker. We don't have to get into that. That's it is what it is. We'll talk about that on the pod Sunday. Um, Willow Nightingale and Mariah May. Another decent match, another good match. The storytelling within the match was amazing. As Willow put in the predicament that she was in, never really had a chance of possibly winning this match for the simple fact that Mariah May and Toni Storm, for all that it's worth, um, was the story that they were telling for a while. And so, as we get to say that AEW doesn't have long term storytelling, or the storytelling is whack, or whatever the case may be, um, this was the story. A really good story, a story that made sense, a story that was, damn, I left my phone out, man. So essentially, I think Lyric Wrestling, I think that's who tweeted out, was saying that this story was done well, and Mariah May at the end of the day will be AEW's best quote unquote homegrown asset. And I was like, yeah, all of that sounds amazing, but Willow's right there. You know what I'm saying? Like Willow was that legitimately. Mariah May has came from elsewhere. Mariah May came with some sort of, oh, who is she? Why is she the main thing? You know, like she came with that. Willow from the ground, man. For me, I've never seen Willow even do a spot job match, enhancement talent match, WWE. I've never seen Willow until AEW. So she is the closest thing to what Britt Baker was saying, as a legitimate from the mud. I was here with this company talent, and I think it would have been nice for her to receive the adulation and the championship opportunity at All In and Wembley. I don't believe that she won't be off the card like she was last year, but I don't think that she'll also be at the top of the card. Well, I think that she kind of really has displayed that she has the ability to be. Um, to this Mariah May situation, the turn that happened after the match on Toni Storm, it so it was pure wrestling identity that I needed to kind of get behind everything that was going on over the past several months. Mariah May was using Toni Storm, as she should, as a stepping stone to show and 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 and, to show and tell the world her talents. Um, she did a phenomenal job as a quote unquote understudy. She did a phenomenal job as a person that garnered any type of sympathy at the beginning of this established relationship, as a lot of people thought that Toni Storm was quote unquote holding Mariah back. You know what I'm saying? As she knew what her potential was, as she was anticipating what her potential was, she also was stifling that potential. But the story was flipped. Mariah was putting her own self on center. She was like, "Oh man, I'm pasta. I'm good. I know how to be al dente. You know what I'm saying? You don't even gotta boil me. You know what I'm saying? Put me on the and she did exactly that. Match was good. Match was fantastic. Babyface, handshake, Willow leaves, boom. And then off the gristle, as she is celebrating with Tony Storm, I thought Tony Storm would be like, bitch, no, I'm champion. Nigga, this is my move. No, Mariah May said, bitch, this is for me. And hit her with the title, was whooping her with the title, she kicked Luther off the stage. We see Tony hit the little gigamer jig. So she bleeding, and what made it real is that she hit her with the belt. Tony takes the gig. She comes back, she's bleeding. And then Mariah May grabs the hair, grabs a pump, a high heel, and bam, bam, bam. Anybody that seen College Hill? College Hill. That's exactly, y'all know exactly what College Hill episode I'm talking about. She told that bitch stop playing. She came at her with the motherfucking high heel. That's exactly what it reminded me of. College Hill, Mariah May got after it with the heel, was left bloody, did the whole thing that the men do with the face in the blood. I don't know. Did y'all forget COVID was COVID? Or y'all just said, fuck it, we from Europe. So, it is what it is over there anyway. You know what I'm saying? Bet, we'll take that. But she looked like one of the baddest women in the game. And it's hard for me to believe in a little petite white, blonde hair pixie, you know what I'm saying? Princesses like Candice LeRae and uh, Alexa Bliss and Mariah Mays, you know what I'm saying? But when you do something like this vicious, this heinous, um, it draws me in, man. So AEW had a really B show, B show, B show. I was trying to give it a B plus, but it's just still nonsensical things happening, like the 4-way for an international championship match. You still got Swerve coming out there wanting to challenge Kata. You got Will Ospreay, putting his title on line with the winner of this, but then it's like, yo, it's me and MJF next week. I don't know. You know what I'm saying? So I can't give it a full fledged like B plus, A minus type situation, but it was a solid B show with how they progressed to Wembley. I like um, I like Danielson and Swerve. It's not what I would have preferred, but it's not a bad choice. And I do like how they swerved me on the angle of Mariah May and Tony Storm because I was going to go crazy if Willow didn't win. Now, I'm not going to say CT ain't going to go crazy. We'll leave that for Sunday. But I am going to say that I will do my best as Rampage and Collision are to follow this Dynamite before we record. Hopefully, that will put another couple layers on top of what the foundation has built. It's a little bit after 1. It's like 1:20. I'm about to take my little black ass to bed. It's General Ayatollah. Peace.